Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Edwin Sifuna, those who know Edwin Sifuna, in fact, those who've been following the debates of Edwin Sifuna, debates which have forced Cleophas Malala to instruct leaders in UDA to refrain from debating with Edwin Sifuna. Why? For fear of being embarrassed. So Edwin Sifuna has been taking all these politicians head on, UDA, and none of them has survived. So in this latest analysis, ladies and gentlemen, Edwin Sifuna told Kithure Kindiki and co. that they will fall flat when they meet that mighty document. He warned the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Professor Kithure Kindiki, over his move to arrest Kenyans heckling the president during political rallies.
Nobody is above the law, and all politicians must do their politics within the law. They are free to disagree with each other. They are free to have a different opinion, but they are not free to use criminals to harass, incite, intimidate, or disrupt public meetings. And this hooliganism and disruption has taken a life of itself, not just here in Trans Nzoia. You saw last week the kind of activities that were taking place in presidential meetings in Kericho and Bomet. We made it clear that that will not be countenanced. So we are not, as we are not part of the political discussions.
So this is what he said. Our robust constitution will keep beating down its enemies. Fear not. Even those being sought or arrested for heckling the president can rest easy knowing Kindiki and co will fall flat when they meet that mighty document. And that mighty document is the constitution, which gives freedom of expression. There was an article which was shared in one of the leading newspapers. In that article, there was a topic regarding the decision that High Court took, especially last year, where there was street demonstrations. And the decision that High Court took was in line with the fact that the Kenya Kwanza government was using an old law, a law that was enacted in 1960s to deal with the protesters. That is what was said. And if you go to an article that was shared in one of the news portals, there is an article that talks about colonial law used to term Azimio unconstitutional. I think that is the time when there was those street demonstrations and the like. So I want us to go straight into this remark by Edwin Sifuna and what Edwin Sifuna has told Kithure Kindiki and co. You know, co, I think it means and company, that they will fall flat. So before we continue further, please take 1 second and subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Those who supported us before, thank you so much for making this channel grow. Kithure Kindiki earlier on issued a threat to anybody who will be spotted heckling the president in rallies, roadside rallies. And there is a video we did about Wahome Thuku, when Wahome Thuku also warned. To him, he warned people against attending William Ruto's rally. So he advised them to refrain from the rallies. But Sifuna's narrative seems to be a bit different because he's talking about they will fall flat if they attempt to invoke this threat they have. Let's just say, for example, Kithure Kindiki implements his threat and says, deploys policemen, in those rallies. Then people go to rallies, they are caught and taken to the cells, to court, to jail. Let's just say that happens, and those are strongholds of William Ruto. Should that happen, this is what Sifuna tends to say: it's falling flat, because that will go viral and there will be absolute resistance from those regions, and those regions are regarded to be Kenya Kwanza regions. So that's why Edwin Sifuna talks about falling flat. I was telling you about why the leaders in the UDA these days are afraid to debate with Sifuna. This is something that has been trending online, especially there was a circular which was released. This circular was released advising politicians to refrain from debating with him. And then Cleophas Malala distanced himself from that document which circulated. But again, Edwin Sifuna seems to be relentless in his quest to provide alternative justice to citizens who are, according to him, the less privileged in the society, the ones who are going to suffer from this new directive that was issued. This new directive, should it be applied, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to affect the less privileged in the society. The threat, maybe what is going to happen is that maybe William Ruto will have to slow down on the rallies. There was a time, January, February there. In fact, not January, last year. William Ruto used to make weekly rallies. He would go to Mount Kenya, spend 5 days there. From there, go to CAMARGO, spend 5 days there. Go to Bungoma, go to, it was just going to those strongholds which he considered his strongholds. Of course, he has an interest in Western Kenya because he knows that that is the only block that is giving him a sleepless night. If he can manage to snatch it from Raila Amolo Odinga, then to him, he sees that this will be an advantage to him. But you also know that the people in Western are highly indebted to Raila Amolo Odinga because they consider him as a reformist, unlike the Mudavadi, unlike those other leaders in like Cleophas Malala, because Cleophas Malala has nothing to offer. Oh, really? That is the point, ladies and gentlemen. He has nothing to offer, considering the fact that earlier on, last year, before the election, he told people not to think of voting for William Ruto. Then he went again and reneged on that position and now advised people to now vote for. So these are people ambao hawana msimamo, according to the Western people. That's why William Ruto now is focusing on that region. He realizes that this region ambao bado iko anaweza grab. So he wants to grab that place. He wants to grab the votes of that region. He believes that he has the capacity and he can do it. Snatch it from Raila Amolo Odinga. But that's like an ant climbing a hill. It's not going to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this message from Sifuna telling William Ruto, telling Kithure Kindiki and co that they will fall flat? This is something that they need to be worried about. So, perhaps if you watch this video, you're not subscribed, please take 1 second to subscribe, like this video, share this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.